Alright, let's read this and try to understand what it means, okay? This area. This is about planning and budgeting for marketing, right? As I said, that when you're going through a guide, you should not really, be reading it from cover to cover, okay? This is my idea. You need to first understand the business concepts behind it. For example, when you're reading a marketing guide, we're gonna basically go through a marketing guide as well as understand it, as well as we'll understand the general approach to read a marketing guide. Okay, read any kind of guide. So approach is we go through. We shouldn't do the procedures first. We should first understand the theory or the business issue behind it, or the business relevance of what we are doing. If you simply create a record, create a marketing plan, it is like just simply creating a new. It's just like simply creating a new record. That's nothing. You need to understand what a marketing plan is and how Siebel perceives it. What is the business idea behind it, which is always written here in the introductions. It is sometimes also written like certain places, like for example this. Right here it is written what a plan tactic is. So we need to go through all this, but then we should stop here. In the second run, after understanding all this, we should do the procedures, which are these. At that point, we should do the procedures. But in the first run, we should simply understand what it is. For example, if you come here, it is written very clearly here. What is a marketing plan? Can you go through it and understand what it is? That I am realizing after reading this is it's an umbrella entity. Can you tell me what is meant by an umbrella entity? Okay, so it is basically an umbrella entity. What it really means is other entities will roll up to this entity, right? There are typical examples of this thing. First, let's say as part of marketing plan, they'll say, okay, we'll hire 25 outbound callers. We'll hire, we'll buy 2-3 softwares. We'll buy a list of 80,000 people. We plan to send them like an email blast, and we send them a postal blast, but we will not send them a fax blast, and we will not do any door-to-door campaigning, door-to-door anything. So they will create this thing. This is the children elements of this umbrella thing. Whenever this thing is happening, they can see how much effective this is. Now today, how many blasts, how many emails were sent out, and so on and so forth. They can check all this. So this is an umbrella entity. Every day, totals will be done, and they will roll up to this entity. And so this is a very interesting thing in Siebel. This is a kind of a new thing in Siebel. Previously, Siebel was mostly used by reps for doing their work. And whenever they would do the work, this data at the end of the day would go into another system where marketing VPs and marketing directors will see the data and visualize what's going on in the company. How much successful are their campaigns? How much successful are their? How much budget has been used? How much budget is left? So on and so forth. They couldn't do all this. They had to use other systems. They could not use Siebel before. But now Siebel has provided this functionality also. Okay. So Siebel is very useful for these VPs and all this. They can see how their budgeting is working, how everything is going on. Marketing plan looks like a similar entity. So all the events, medical education events, or any campaign that is conducted, any kind of outbound calling program or inbound calling program is basically going to be part of Siebel marketing plan. Okay. One other thing is you have to understand is like program is bigger one or plan is smaller. Which one is bigger entity? So when you guys are doing this thing, studying any guide, you need to come up with the what you call it the diagram of one-to-many relationship. So in this case, this is what I'm learning. This is the relationship that I'm envisioning so far. So I'm basically, as I'm going through the marketing guide, I'm doing it for you. So you can see my thought process also while reading this thing. Okay. It says that programs is a children entity. It is also in campaigns and events are children entity. So let's put that also. Program. Different programs with some other marketing. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to do, okay? So it is basically a one-to-many relationship. Okay. So anyway, so far I know that it's one-to-many. Is it possible that one program can be part of multiple marketing plans also? I'm not sure yet. Okay. Let's see what Siebel is talking about. Okay. And obviously, from as you know, most of the relationship is many-to-many. So, but what civil supports is what we are basically trying to understand. Okay, when we acquire the understanding of what is marketing plan, what is marketing program, and what is all these things, at that point we can even come out with we might come out with an insight that, oh man, the inverse relationship is not even it's not even many. So we might come up with that insight. Even the business world, it is not even possible to have many to many. But for now, I know that marketing plan would have multiple programs. One marketing plan will have multiple campaigns. One marketing program will have multiple events and whatnot, whatever we are coming out with. Okay. Look at this. I know that goals and objectives is an entity. So for this thing, it can set goals and objectives. That means it could be again a children entity. Goals and goal is a separate entity. Objective is a separate entity. I can show you. Actually, right here in this one, we probably might have certain marketing programs and all that. But this is CVOL 6, guys, so I'm not sure whether we'll see this thing here. Do you see objectives? I see objectives. Okay, I see objectives, okay, but I don't see. So the objectives are there. What about the goals? Do you guys see goals? There are no goals. Okay, so my point is, when you're studying this thing, you should look at, go to CVOL 7.8 and just have a first look. You don't know many things, but still just go there and have a first look and see, okay, this screen is definitely there, this entity is definitely there. Oh, okay, so this is a part of this thing. As you know, I don't have CVOL 7.8 installed here. How would you know that it is an umbrella entity? Okay. First of all, I see certain, I'm not saying that, just as you read it, you should be able to, you can become clear, but look at this. Is used by marketing executives. They can set goals and objectives. So my point is, you would probably know, these goals. I know that goals and objectives are umbrella entities, and I know that campaign is an umbrella entity. So it is even bigger umbrella, under which campaign comes, under which events come. Event is pretty much, it's kind of a big entity, which has a lot of stuff in it. Who's gonna invite? Who's gonna be invited? Who's gonna invite? What literature will it be? What will be discussed? What product will be discussed? Who will speak? So on and so forth. There are so many things which happen as part of an event. And I know that is kind of an umbrella entity. We basically track the budget for an event at the event level. The entire budget and planning of the event is at the event level. So now this is saying that all the events together make one program.
Yeah.
Right? So to me, just as he says that it is bigger than an event, it contains events in it. It is an umbrella entity. And from my common sense, I can see. I remember there was this lady. She was a marketing executive. She never went to any event. She was controlling the events. There were 300 events taking place. She was like a pretty big shot in the company. I think she was directly reporting to VP or something in that company. So that lady controls 400 events for that company. And there were reps, like they were also very high level reps, who would go and conduct the events. Then, so she's even bigger than them. Now she reports to someone. Right? She reports to someone, and that person is interested in knowing how much is he spending on events through this lady. Similarly, that person would want to know how much is he spending on inbound and outbound programs. That person would want to know how much is he spending on campaigns. So that person is obviously, that's a bigger.
You don't want to chase each and every person. You just want to chase one person.
No, that's not point. But he wants to chase, like bigger things, like events,
Yeah.
like the totals of the events.
Yeah, basically that thing.
Yeah.
I asked why this doctor.
Even funds is an entity. Always remember, fund is a very big entity. Wherever you track your funds and budgets, those are all like, rep is not concerned about that. Even managers are not concerned. They spend money. There's some person whose money, the money. There is a person to whom the money belongs. That person is like a big shot in the company usually. Like in civil projects, it's like a pretty big. So that's a pretty big guy, who controls the budget. Typically, like in one of the companies like G-Rail. The CIO used to control the budget. He was personally allocating the budget for civil. Like $20 million is not a small amount. They basically have to approve all these things.
Like stakeholders.
Yeah. Anyway.